What's going on, vloggers, bloggers, and everyday toilet users? It's time for another episode of the Toilet Vlog. So I know I've been doing a lot of episodes about brewing and distilling, and I'm going to be doing a lot more of those, but I wanted to dedicate this episode more to stuff that's been going on in my life. I haven't really looked up the last episode. I think I was, at least what I talked about my life, at least. I think I was still in the kitchen. But either way, still working at Amazon. Me and Autumn are still together. She's going to be in a little bit more of my videos coming up. Probably helping me and recording for me. But we're actually getting married on the 31st of October. And we're doing this get together. It's going to be really small. We're not going to she's not going to walk down the aisle or anything like that. We're basically just getting a marriage certificate. And then we're setting up this kind of pavilion area. And we're going to get it all nice and fall looking with haystacks and pumpkins. Have some regular music playing in the background. We'll have a cake, friends, family, drink sodas. I'm going to bring some of my wine and stuff like that for everybody. But yeah, we're just going to, our babysitter that we figured out is actually an ordained person. So she's going to be marrying us and she'll be signing as a witness. Yeah, I don't really else know what to say other than that. I'm really happy being with her. Out of all the past relationships I've had, I've never really connected with somebody like this before. Especially the fact that we can just joke about stupid, dumb shit all day long. And the way that we text, the way that we talk, the way that we're, running around the apartment chasing each other just to pinch each other or something, and it's really fun. And the fact that I've been with somebody this long for that, having that going on, usually that shit goes out the door within the first couple of months. I just become too, I've always put it this way, I become too nice and then the girl takes advantage of me or something like that, which it's happened to me in the past couple of times, but whatever, we're not going to dwell into stupid shit like that. But either way, like I said, still working at Amazon. Finally got some raises, which is good, because, now that, I'm settling down, I'm not trying to, just buy stupid shit. Me and Autumn are working on building credit. We're trying to get a house. The housing market is absolute bullshit right now, but we're waiting for the big bubble to pop, and then hopefully eventually we can buy a nice 3 to 4 bedroom house somewhere. We're probably going to move out of Champaign-Urbana, to be honest. Mostly just because there's been a lot of shootings, and I don't really feel comfortable having my children around a lot of that stuff. Maybe if it gets better. And I'm not talking about moving far away. I don't want to move to Bloomington. That would be too much. I work in Bloomington, but that'd be too much for me to just drive back and forth and everything like that. So that would just be insanity. The cider that I did my last video on actually I just gravity tested it today, and it's exactly at 1.000. And so when I originally took the gravity earlier, it was really cold, so I actually ended up taking another one, and it ended up being way more than I thought it was. It was 1.0995, which I don't have my ABV calculator up right now. It should be 9% alcohol by volume. But what I've decided that I'm going to do with this cider is that I'm going to distill it and turn it into cider brandy. I know I said I wouldn't talk about a bunch of the cider stuff, but or the brewing stuff, but it is a really intricate hobby that I just really love. I remember I tried it way back in the day, and it just didn't really work out. It wasn't really a thing, but I'm more into the science. yes, I do drink some of it sometimes, but I've given it more away than I've actually drank it myself. But yeah, no, it's just really cool, the science behind it, especially now that I've got into distilling as well too. That shit was a whole entire can of worms that I didn't realize was, but it's really, excuse me, I'm actually drinking a mead right now. A pumpkin mead. Mead? Here's the thing, I don't really like mead that much. I'm more of a wine guy, or, whatever. It's the way that the alcohol from the honey kind of. I mean, if it's super cold, then it's good. But if it gets any kind of warm, not a big fan. But yeah, like I was saying, like distilling was a whole another can of worms. But the science behind it all is just awesome. Like taking temperature and pH balances, what active yeast to use, gravities, all kinds of cool stuff. And that's the kind of stuff I've always liked. And the cool thing about it is that, like, when I tell people, like, I'm like, hey, I brew, they're like, oh, dude, give me some. And I'm like, here you go. And the only thing that does bother me about it is that it takes forever to do everything. I mean, like, say if I had, like, 30 carboys and I'm just constantly have, like, a flow of shit going on, I mean, then I would just, because, I mean, mead takes like 7 months to mature. Wine takes like 4 to 5. And, but it is nice because sometimes I forget that they're there and, like, see the stuff behind me, like, right there. I'll forget some of it because this top bottle right here that I'm actually pointing at is actually the first bottle I ever brewed, and that's over a year, probably about a year and 2 months old. And my mom had a bottle of it, and she actually popped it open. And I tried it, and you could definitely taste the Concord grape that I used more than that, like, yeast taste. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, I just love it. It's an interesting hobby. Distilling is a lot faster. I mean, yes, you can age it with, like, oak and wood, but if you really just want to drink the shit, you can drink it. Which I'm pretty excited about when it comes to this cider brandy I'm going to be doing. But yeah, I'm going to do a completely different episode about that. So, other than all that stuff, still got Wesley, of course. I've got him this weekend coming up. I actually got him on Halloween for the wedding, so he's going to be kind of like my best man in a kind of way. I got in a big fight with Tegan. We'll talk about that in a different episode. He's not really allowed in my house anymore because of it. Just don't want him to be around my kids when he's the way he was. But like I said, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, Luna's actually taking a nap right now. Autumn's actually at work because she got a job as a phlebotomist. So she's been working, and I just massively brain farted. Wow, this is going on for 7 minutes now. But yeah, I'll be real quick. But yeah, Luna's passed out because I just fed her some food. So Luna's huge. You'll see her in a new episode coming up. She's been great. Leslie's been great. Yeah, just overall happy, guys. I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm kind of now more of an adult than I was in the past. I'm prioritizing my kids and my credit score, and I haven't been down to the bars in over a year. I mean, even since the pandemic started, I'm not just blowing money on stupid shit. Now, don't get me wrong, I do blow money on brewing stuff, but that's really fun. But yeah. Wow, 8 minutes now. But yeah, let me just go ahead and wrap it up with there. And like I said, look out for more episodes. I don't even know what episode number this is. I think I got the last one wrong, and somehow YouTube does this thing called Shorts now, where it split up a bunch of my videos. But I'm going to try and have something better where I can just pause the video and start editing. I mean, both of my laptops are screwed up right now, but either way. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, if you do watch at least.